Hello and welcome back to another episode of Shapeless Skyrim. My name is Tori.
My name is Tyler, and wow, gate opening, that was a beautiful sight. Because
Just perfect timing.
Today's mod is a Rebellious Riverwood Overhaul. There's actually going to be 3 mods, but this one is Rebellious Riverwood Overhaul. And
yeah,
as you can tell with that, I love that gate.
I love that gate. That's a good gate. Finally, Riverwood has some goddamn protection.
I mean, you could just walk around the gate.
You're diminishing the work that's gone into this beautiful Riverwood Overhaul, making it feel so lively. Look at this. Look at this clutter right now, Tyler.
Yeah, so the intention of this mod author was to create an immersive city. So you're not going to see like crazy things and like magical aspects like running around. This is purely meant as an immersion mod to liven up the city of Riverwood.
Hold on, is the blacksmith, is he drinking on the job?
He absolutely is. He should
Having
be
himself
fired.
a tankard of ale. Yeah, that's not smart.
Hey, why do you think they put bars on the behind his workbench?
That's true. They're imprisoning him for his drinking and bad metal work.
There's displays, there's clutter, there's banners. It's meant to, like, okay, this isn't just a clean road, essentially. There's not just nothing around. Like, they added cauldrons up top and carts.
Yeah, it's like it's like as you're going through, like they put clutter where daily life would happen, such as, okay, well, they're putting herbs and food and stuff out here to dry. Well, some of the store stock or maybe something that was freshly delivered is sitting right outside the Riverwood Trader here. It just makes it feel much more alive, and I feel like much more lived in.
Yeah, and I mean, if that was the mod author's intentions, which they did say it was in the mod description,
nailed it.
They nailed it. They absolutely, that's a big barrel.
Yeah, this is a big barrel. This is where the town brews their special little potion so that they can forget their troubles in the war-torn land of Skyrim.
It's just water.
Yeah, but maybe I could make it yawn-flavored.
No.
But even up here on the guard towers, they have just a little bit of clutter to make it feel like there is life happening here. And I just think that it's great. It's real, real good.
And one of my favorite parts about it is the bridge. Walk over to the bridge, Tori. It's a canopied bridge.
Damn, that's some fancy. Are they gentrifying Riverwood?
No, it's just,
okay.
Hey, they added a roof. So when it rains, you can stand under it.
All the kids have to huddle here.
Yeah, well, legally, they all have to huddle right there.
Yep, when they do their school tornado drills. Hey, there's no schools in Skyrim. I just realized that.
Yeah, those kids are dumb as hell. Why do you think Bryn runs around all day just bullying? It's not because it's not because she's like ignoring her chores. It's because she has literally nothing else to do.
Also, that little dweeb makes it so fucking easy.
Yeah, he really does. He should stop being such a fucking dork.
I like that they gave a little place back here to honor the dead even. It's nice because there are graveyards in other towns. I think Falkreath is the one that has like the famously large cemetery. But it's nice to have it in other towns too, showing that, people all around are honoring the dead.
People all around die. People die everywhere.
People are they're dropping like flies.
Hey, those graves aren't very big. They're not too separated.
They're just kind of setting people on top of each other.
Yeah, I think
it's a little bit sickening.
No one has their own separate grave site. They're just kind of, here you go. Hey, what's special about those two?
Yeah, well, special or not special, because they, instead of burying them, they were just like, well, we got a couple of rocks we could put on top of them.
Oh, there's a hand.
Hey, look, Tyler, the Sleeping Giant Inn got like a outdoor patio space so that you can come out here and, feel a little bit safer, a little more socially distant while you're enjoying your salmon and beer.
Your salmon, bad cheese, and beer. Honestly, I really do like this. It feels super lived in. It feels like a much livelier city with like clutter and gives it a little bit more character. But Tori.
Yes?
This isn't all there is.
Tell me more.
Why don't you hop inside the Sleeping Giant?
Finally, these old shitty bars of Skyrim have gotten a new coat of paint.
Tori, they're bars and grills. They are Applebee's. So
that's true. Sorry.
But I love that fireplace, that instead of just a big open fire in the middle, like if there's a chimney, it seems more structured. I'm sorry, was that a boat on the ceiling?
There is a boat on the sea. Why?
That's a decorative boat.
That's just a fancy ass upside down boat.
Yeah, I mean, you've never seen that? Sometimes places have boats hanging from the ceiling as decoration. Never seen it?
Oh, I forgot all of those restaurants that have upside down boats hanging from the ceiling. My bad.
Well, I mean, you just outed yourself as having never been to Applebee's.
Yeah, well, I can't afford it. I love that it's a grill. It's like a usable grill inside of here because the open fire pit doesn't do a whole lot unless you're spit roasting a whole fucking hog. But having like a nice little grill in there and it's ventilated.
Yep, and you can use the cook and spit right there.
Plus, it just looks better. Like, we've seen the open fire. We've seen what bars in Skyrim look like 100,000 times. I'm sick of it. I want to see it decorated to be more personal to the city it's in. I love that there's the barrel storage and everything up here. I'm not quite sure who was the burly man or woman that tossed them bad boys up there because they got to be heavy. I'm imagining that barrels of meat are heavy. But it looks really nice, and it's a way more efficient use of the space.
It was Abby that tossed him up there.
God, I love her. I gotta say, Abby's the best character that's ever been made in a video game before. I love Last of Us Part 2. They even changed the room where Delphine has her secret little, her playroom right down there. But they, they kept it all very, go away. I'm just showing the audience.
They gave her a bar in her room?
Yeah, well, I mean, I have a bar in my room too. It got to the point where I was shaking too bad to get to the fridge to grab another drink, so I had to just put it right by the bed so, I could keep the constant flow into my body.
That makes sense. Yeah,
I call it Daddy's special sadness medicine.
You're really just digging yourself a hole this episode.
I'm really just seeing if I can get some bad comments. Riverwood's great, but having a little more clutter that doesn't ruin the city's initial feeling, it just adds to it, I think is fantastic. And this is a great overhaul of Riverwood.
I love it. I think it's great. I think it makes a livelier city. And I think we should get into mod number 2. Tori, stop killing things.
Sorry. Let's go to mod number 2. Tyler, I'm very excited about mod number 2 because there's one thing, I love Whiterun, but there's one thing I think it's always needed. And that was some bigger fucking walls.
That was some fortifications. We gotta man that wall. We gotta get a couple boys on that wall, defend the city.
Mm-hmm. You never know. Dragons are coming back. You gotta be protected here. You never know.
Yeah, so what this mod does, and the mod, by the way, is called Fortified Whiterun. And what Fortified Whiterun does, in the name.
You might be shocked, but it does fortify Whiterun.
Builds up the exterior to have those huge, like, menacing towers, those additional fortifications on the guard tower. There used to be kind of like breaks in it. It
used to be just completely collapsed, basically. It was all broken down, and they went ahead and just rebuilt that shit.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, it gives the city an entirely different silhouette, and I really like it. Like,
oh, yeah.
That's what it's going to do, is it's going to have those stone textured walls. It's going to have a new gate at the front. Mm-hmm. It's going to have the wooden watchtowers. And there are crenellations. I don't know. The mod author says crenellations. I don't know. That sounds
like a made-up word, though.
That sounds like a made-up word. But yeah, you can see there's the additional watchtowers put up there. There's that new stone exterior. And I think it fits really well.
Oh, 100%. I think this is way better because, as we always say, Whiterun is the trade capital of Skyrim. It has constant visitors. It's a very prominent city. They wouldn't have just left these towers and everything collapsed for that long. They would have rebuilt at least partially, or at least in some fashion, until they could do it, the correct way. And this gives all sorts of, not only the watchtowers and the taller walls, but like even more like sort of walkways and different, I don't know, whatever you want to call these things, like little bridges that are leading to where all of the guards get to their posts and stuff.
Let's call them crenellations.
Sure. Look at these good crenellations, Tyler. Guards are going to have fucking no problem getting where they need to go.
Guards are going to be able to crenellate so easily now. Like you were saying, like there's additional paths for you to take. Can you go up that ladder? Or?
Sure can.
Hell yeah.
You just got to be a nimble little boy like Jan. And then you can hop right up there. They got chairs and everything.
Yeah, so it's a more intimidating frontward look at Whiterun. And look, you can go up even further.
Oh, very good. Because, yeah, this makes way more sense where if they were being attacked, they'd want to have tall walls where archers could be posted or where, you know, they could have their commanders looking out over the battlefield or something like that. It makes far more sense from a city planning perspective, I feel like.
So this mod will be compatible with the JK Whiterun, with Kato's Whiterun. It's seriously, I can't get over the new profile of it. It looks much more intimidating.
God.
It looks like, oh yeah, this is the capital. This is what, you can't break into this place.
Right. Yeah, it feels hardier. It feels better. It looks better. And it just, what a nice way to, in a lore-friendly sense, change Whiterun's look. The place that you've probably seen more than any other city in Skyrim.
And this is the mod creator's first original mod.
Oh, wow. Well, good work on your first original mod. This is fantastic.
Yeah, it looks great. I love the textures of everything. I love the walkways you created. I love the silhouette.
So Tyler, inside you can see that we have Yuki's green Whiterun on, and that ain't stopping these big towers from being placed around the city.
No, and it's also helpful to see that even green Whiterun, it's compatible with it. Like, it will absolutely work, and there's still those giant watchtowers that overlook the city. It's not just like, oh, we're defending just the outside. There's also the defense arrangements on the inside.
Right. So, and again, all these great, what did the mod creator call these walkways?
Cressellations. That doesn't, you know,
Look,
what?
You can climb all the cressellations until your heart feels full and happy with all the cressellations or whatever, but you're gonna have a great view of it.
It's not a word in the Oxford Dictionary.
So it's not a word. Great.
I don't think cressellate is a word. I think it's crenellate, and that means to provide a wall of a building with battlements.
Hey, that's a very specific word. That ain't your general word.
That ain't a general word, but now we're taking cressellate as that means a walkway.
Sure. It's whatever you want it to be. It's a fun time. But Tyler, I think they've done such a fantastic job here in Whiterun. You know, the small changes on the inside, but especially those battlements on the outside, really adding a great new profile and just more believability to Whiterun as a city.
Gives it some verticality, gives it some a fully repaired kind of look, and it really gives it that structural like strength. It looks like, this is okay, I get it. I said earlier, it's the capital. I know it's not the capital. I meant the trade capital. Don't come after me with your fucking nerd facts, okay?
Quit being nerds, guys.
Hey, guys, I know you're watching Skyrim content, but could y'all quit being nerds just for a second?
Yeah, just for a fucking second, please.
Like, the knowledge that you provide in the comments is great. And it's a lot of times like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. But hey, let's take a day off, maybe.
Yeah, give Tyler some slack. And stop making fun of me for being a ginger.
Well, you can keep doing that until Tori admits to my fucking face that he likes Coldplay.
Never heard of him.
All right, you know what? Screw you. We're going to mod number 3.
Tyler, welcome to the final mod of the day.
And this final mod looks great, but
Sure
it's
does.
also a suggested mod. Another Solitude, suggested by MJamiraCat and Gibson Lotz. Thank you very much for the suggestion. And wow.
Yeah, this
really
is
great stuff.
This is a lot that it changes in Solitude. It really packs Solitude with a lot of new secrets to find.
So it is highly more vertical. There are 42 new houses.
Jesus
42.
Christ.
And BeVeryOfA was also amazed that they were able to fit 42 houses in here.
I don't know how I did it.
I don't know how you did it. Dude, what the hell? That's insane. So yeah, there's like this new vertical presence to the city. There's a ton of houses. Like, it is jam-packed in here. And it makes sense. Like, once you run out of like outward space, you build upwards. And look at how awesome this looks.
what I love about it is that Solitude has always felt, and I think it's meant to be, the very rich sort of royal city, because it is the capital and it's where the queen and king live and stuff. But it feels like as a city, a capital becomes more and more packed with population, they have to start tacking on to their initial plans for the city. And these are like the kind of heightened or maybe slum areas where the poor people are living. And it feels much more like a realistic city in that way.
If you want to keep Solitude like really open, I wouldn't recommend it. But like for everything, like I would absolutely recommend it for anything. Like you'll get used to Solitude not being as open. I think it's cooler that it's not as open. Like everywhere you look, there's something new to look at. Yes.
Right.
Be aware that a lot of these 42 buildings, most of them don't have interiors. This is purely
almost all of them.
Almost all of them are just exterior things. They're meant to give a new profile and a new life to the city. However, 3 of these 42 houses are potential player living spaces with a additional quest that goes along with them.
Ooh, I think one of them. So this one has a key to it. I imagine that one is one of the potential.
I love that it's
houses.
so tucked away. Like
I know
it's like a hidden. I mean, if you were trying to bring groceries in, it'd suck.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a real bad trip back from the market.
But for like, game purposes, it's so cool that it's like tucked away. It's almost like a hidden den where you can overlook Solitude.
Yeah, it's so cool. And man, it just keeps going. There's new buildings and new walkways and everything just jam-packed through. I mean, talk about a change to the city's skyline, the city profile. Like, this adds basically the amount of buildings that were already in Solitude, if not more, to the existing foundation of Solitude. And it is so good.
There's a couple notes here. So, like, I would say, like, instead of us listing it off to you, go to the mod description, because BeVeryOfA is so thorough and so detailed that I think it's beneficial for you to look at a compatibility list, look at like issue lists, look at everything that they detailed, because they did detail everything. I'm amazed it even works. I'm amazed. It just works. This deserves it.
I haven't seen any drop frames or anything. This is running smooth as butter right now, and I don't know how the fuck you did it, BeVeryOfA.
Really, really insane stuff. Hey, check out our interview with BeVeryOfA.
Yeah, that's up on the. You can hear about their modding process and all of the creative inspiration and all of that stuff. It's good. It's a good time. So we are right outside Proudspire Manor, which is the player home you can get in the game here in Solitude. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna come right under here, right under this little arch, and there's this weird little thatch roof thing where it doesn't make sense, but you can see that there's a cave inside the arch. So we're gonna hop right in there. What's this sad gentleman doing?
This is a sad area right here.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh dear, what have you done? Oh god, okay. Is that really what you really... Okay, well...
You really screwed the pooch on this one, bud.
You gave it the old college try, pal, and I do respect that, but Quenitis, I'm gonna get a key to the tower house.
There we go.
Take his journal too. There's a little bit of literature you can have some fun with this mod. Yep. Got it.
There we go.
There we go. So it's this one.
The tower.
It's the one that's the tower. Now that I realize that, I feel really dumb for not getting that.
But look, there's a living space.
Cool.
It's so nice. It's really nice. There's a living space here, all tucked in. Like if you were, in one of our Christmas specials. God, I don't know what we're gonna do this year.
I have no idea.
People have really high hopes, as if we like thought out this elaborate storyline.
As if it's not entirely improv.
As if it's not like 10 minutes before we're like, hey, what bullshit can we say happened this year?
Let's drink some Cokes or something because capitalism.
I love this. It's such a small area. It's safe storage. Nice.
Very nice. I love that. That's a house with a view right there.
Really cool.
What an interesting interesting way to go about it, where it's like an open air house. You don't have to go through a loading screen. And it's just like you've just turned this kind of abandoned tower left in the city into a house because there's really nowhere else. You're just kind of tacking shit onto this big populated city. That is so good.
Oh, but rent is so expensive here.
Oh, yeah. It's probably like 5,000 gold a month just to be able to live in this ramshackle tower where there's literally...
but you got to put the deposit down, so it's actually 1,500 gold up front.
Yeah.
And then 500 gold a month. You have to put down the deposit. Landlord sucks, guaranteed.
Yeah, 100%, yeah. It might have been that guy we just killed in that cave, though, so that's good news.
Let's go to the other house. Even though we don't have the key, I really want to see what it looks like.
Yeah, we'll cheat our way into this one.
Sorry. Another open air.
Yeah, another very
cool.
Nice. Look at that,
really
like
cool.
little fire pit, just using the natural stone that's already there. Very, very good.
Yeah, we already knew BeVeryOfA was really good at designing clutter.
Yeah. Hey, bad bed situation. Like, not a bad design. Just kind of a poor soul has to sleep in that sleeping bag on this unsupported ramshackle wooden upstairs.
No, Tori, it's vintage. It's got character. That's the appeal.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Location. Oh, nice. Oh, cool. So, yeah, now we're up on the arch right in the middle there.
That's 3,000 gold a month because you have a walkway.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Very
journal.
Nice. Yep.
Unidentified key. Oh, here's one of the keys. God.
Yep.
They do say that the quest involves going through the government records, just slogging through, which reminds me of that one quest with the bank in The Witcher 3.
Oh, my God, Tyler. You are just greedy at this point. I think you absolutely crushed it with this mod.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's unlike anything I've ever experienced.
This is my favorite Solitude, hands down.
Yeah.
Easy. Favorite Solitude. It makes it seem like a much larger city than it is. It makes it seem so lived in. It makes sense with the population. I think if there were like even additional people walking around, like if you got like a populated cities mod, I think that would pair really nicely with this because then there's just more people. It makes more sense. There's more life. But BeVeryOfA added the clutter, added the necessary houses. I think it's a perfect setup.
This is a great expansion to make the city feel much more alive and much more lived in. And I think that goes for all the mods we showed today. I think that just being able to expand the cities in those realistic ways is very, very cool. And it just adds to the game because if you're like us and you're sick of seeing the same things over and over again, you want some change. And these are all very nice changes.
Yeah, I think it adds a lot more character to all of these cities. All of these mods did such a good job at adding enough character to these cities to make them feel just a little bit extra special in their own way. And if you want to make us feel extra special, you can follow us on Twitter. I will be at Subtly Cool.
I will be at Lurking Lion. You can submit mod recommendations there. If you have some city mods that we should take a look at in the future, or any other mods, you can go ahead and send them there. Or you can hop into our comment section because we're always there. We're going to be answering you, and that's a great place to recommend mods and just play with me. I'm bored. Play with me, would you?
Yeah, we're both not really doing a lot every day, so if the company would be pretty nice.
Please.
And also, hey, we do a podcast every Friday. It's called Baseless Claims. If you like the kind of back and forth of this show, I think you'd love Baseless Claims. We even add a third party in which we bully Tay.
That's true. So if you like fucking nerds getting owned, check out Baseless Claims.
You're really gonna like it. And that's the Shapeless Media guarantee. And our other guarantee is that we will see you next Tuesday.
Thank you for watching. Fuck you, Anne Hathaway.